Pittsburgh Steelers fans, thanks for joining us for another Wednesday night edition of the Curtain Call. I'm one of your hosts for tonight, Kevin Tate. We got the triple OG, honorary homie, Shannon White, and we got the oxymoron, Big-G.
Yep, that's me, bro.
Know why I call you oxymoron?
Why you say that, man?
Because your name Big-G, but you my little fella.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm tired of you just taking it like that, man. You usually like, man, I ain't no little. That's what I want. I want the reaction.
I'm trying to be young, man. I'm trying to be young, man. I'm trying to be young. So you can be older than me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 3 weeks older than you. If that make you feel good, though, okay.
Yep.
But, gentlemen, what's up? Shannon, what's up, man?
Well, obviously, you are an instigator.
Why you say that?
Because you're picking on Big-G. Every time I see your name, I always think Little Man Tate. That movie. I always want to call you Little Man Tate.
That movie with Jodie Foster from the
80s. You're picking on my buddy there.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
But we got to give your wife, Valerie, credit today because she was talking about me being an honorary homie. And I said, yeah, I could be the hillbilly homie. And I said, I like it. She come up with, I like it, the hillbilly homie.
Nah, I told her about a show you told me about that you all was gonna call it the hillbilly and something. What was it?
I don't remember now. My next project I want to do is Shannon Shenanigans.
Wow.
But spell shenanigans with SHAN. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Big
sure.
But I don't remember what the hillbilly one was.
Big-G, what's good with you, man?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm just sitting here trying to relax a little bit. It's the middle of the week, Wednesday. But when I got the call from Shannon, man, I just couldn't resist, man. The curtain call, kicking it with Tateboyfresh and Shannon White, the triple OG, triple. Gotta do it, man. Gotta do it. So I'm in the building. Yeah, let's get the Steelers talk in and do what we do, man.
I gotta get Shannon's name right, man. You know, I said the triple OG. You done added some triples and some OGs to it, or I just got it wrong.
Yeah, triple OG Shannon White, man. Triple.
I gotta admit it, I love
it. Yes, sir. For sure.
Okay, fellas, well, we're gonna get into some Steeler talk. I'm assuming both y'all ready for that.
Oh yeah. Always born ready, baby. That's what we do.
Okay. Well, the first thing we got on the agenda is, first of all, the title of the show is 60 days from kickoff.
60.
Today.
Yes, sir.
So like the show cover says 60 days until kickoff, and Boswell going to be giving that thing a boot to the 49ers. And we're going to be, some of us may be at the game, some of us may be at home in front of our TVs with our snacks and everything on that first NFL Sunday.
Yep.
It's not that far away.
Yeah.
2 weeks from tomorrow is training camp.
Yes, sir.
And the Kevin?
Yes, sir.
I got a question.
Go ahead, man.
Based on your opening, you're pretty confident that Boswell's going to be the kicker.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Boswell's going to be the kicker.
He's going to bounce back.
Yeah. Well, he did after, I think, 2018, he bounced back.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so, I'm expecting a good season from Boswell. Just the overall vibe with the team is going to be good for everybody.
Agreed.
You know,
Agreed.
I can't wait. One of the things we're gonna talk about is the receiver room and Deontay Johnson and his potential bounce back, but we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah.
But real quick, guys, just some basic NFL news. What you guys know about the New York Jets being selected for Hard Knocks, and what do you think about it?
They cursed themselves, man. They had all the potential and all of the ability to have like a tremendous season. But it's been traditionally known that if you allow cameras into a locker room getting ready for a season, it's going to be bad vibes. I just think that New York is already the mecca for media, already the mecca for attention. You just got Aaron Rodgers. You're saying, okay, look, we're all in for the Super Bowl. And I think they just made a mistake. Because you have the right to reject being on, you know.
No, you don't.
Yeah, the NFL, you can tell them no.
If you got a new coach,
yeah,
and you had a winning season the season before, I think those are the only ways you can get out of it. That's why the Steelers have never been on it.
Yeah, I'd have told them pass.
But you can't, Big G.
There's more than one team that's got a new coach and had a winning season.
No, but they picked the Jets. Trust me. Look it up.
I'd have broke every camera that they try to come up in the locker room with. I ain't gonna lie to you, man, because it's bad business, man. New York is already a thing, man. So now hopefully they can overcome it, because I think that they're gonna have a really good season. But I don't like the cameras, lights, camera, action. They're trying to build some camaraderie. I don't like it. Me personally, you know.
I get it. Shannon, what you think about it, man?
Well, it was inevitable. They're gonna have Aaron Rodgers on primetime probably every week they can.
Yeah.
Only reason he ain't on every week is there's a limit how many times your team can be on primetime. But you know, this way here they can have him out there even more. I am not an Aaron Rodgers fan, and I kind of seen this coming. You know, it could very easily turn into some trouble in the locker room as well, because they got the first round draft pick the year before, Wilson. Now is the backup quarterback, and I don't figure he's going to be. It's kind of going to be like a Ben Rudolph situation.
Could be.
And that Wilson ain't going to be his biggest supporter. He's probably going to create a little conflict in the locker room.
Could be.
Yeah, I'm like Big-G. I don't think that's what they really needed this year if they want to make a serious run.
I don't disagree with it, but they didn't have no choice. I keep telling you, gentlemen.
But did you read where they said that they had talked to different teams and they were having trouble finding a fit?
Yeah.
I mean, they can make you do it, but they always wanted to kind of be mutual.
I believe it was up between the Commanders,
Yep.
the Bears,
Yep.
and maybe the Raiders.
Yep. And the Jets. That was the four teams. You're
And some
absolutely
teams
100%
said they didn't
right.
want to do it.
Right. But I mean, and so if you're the NFL, you're picking between them teams, you're going to pick Broadway.
Yeah.
You're going to pick, New York. We got a whole bunch of New York Jet fans.
It might cost them. At the end of the day, it might cost them a lot.
They did it in 2011, I think. I don't remember what their record was. I remember that was the year Darrell Reeves was holding out and stuff. Y'all remember that?
They was trash. They went 2011. They was trash, man. They was trash, man. They wasn't, like I said, I have to see a team be successful by having cameras in their locker room all the time. That's why I'm so grateful and so thankful for Coach T just sticking through some of the adversity and some of the stuff we had. Because I don't want a new coach. And I don't want Hard Knocks in Pittsburgh. And they can stay as far away from me as they possibly can. Because I'm trying to win. I don't care nothing about all that glitz and glamour. We're trying to get a victory and some W's over there. So that Hard Knocks, nah. Stay as far away from Pittsburgh as you possibly can.
But I bet if Pittsburgh was on there, you'd watch it.
Nope.
Yeah, you would be.
I'd be mad, man.
Man, you be with your big pouty face sitting there looking at the TV.
Mad.
I'd watch it. I wouldn't be happy, but I'd watch it.
They'd have cursed my team.
Right.
So I ain't with it.
Okay. Another thing, let me try and remember. Shannon told me about it earlier today about the Steeler Depot.
Yeah.
Said that Darnell Washington was going to be the biggest disappointment of 2023.
They trash.
Steeler Depot trash?
They trash.
Oh my gosh. Man.
How can you?
Hey, Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
You see why I have G pumping his brakes, man?
They trash, man. Matter of fact, they can take a lap. Is what they can do. They can take a lap. Because how you gonna say? First of all, let me explain this, man. Darnell Washington might be the steal of the draft. When it's all said and done, and it's all figured out, and they done said, okay, who had the biggest effect for maybe not a non-starter, because he's not going to start. Freiermuth's going to start. But having the biggest impact on the team, dog, offensively, he might be the steal. Because like I said, when they come out in 12 personnel, and I don't care what two wide receivers you put at X and Y, and if you put Freiermuth and Darnell Washington in the slot, and Najee standing next to Kenny Pickett, you can't stop it. It's unstoppable. It's set up for them to win every single time in the red zone. So because Freiermuth's going up the seam or Darnell Washington is going up the seam, all they got to do is catch it. You know, you got a double team. If you got Pickett on one side, and oh God, if you got Allen Robinson on the other side or Deontay Johnson, you better be double teaming one of them. So if they run a fade route and you run the other guy right behind him up the seam, it's curtains, man. It's curtains. So that's why I said that they can go take a lap. They can take a lap for that prediction because they tripping. For real, for real. You mute, Tate.
I just said, okay, Shannon, what do you think about it? What are you expecting from Darnell Washington this year?
Well, I'm expecting him to make an instant impact as a blocker. I think he's going to – the passing game is going to start out and it's going to develop. So it might start out a little slow. And if people put any kind of certain numbers that they're expecting to see out of Darnell Washington, they might be disappointed. But as the offense finds its rhythm, the running game gets established, play action becomes effective, then we're going to see Darnell Washington make a huge impact. As I said, he wasn't the perfect tight end in the draft, but he was the perfect tight end for the Steelers. Yes. So I think that he will have a bigger impact than maybe what his statistics even show.
Yep. Oh, and Shannon, we didn't even talk about the blocking game impact.
Oh, it's going to be a huge impact there. Yeah.
That's an extra tackle on the field, man. Yeah. So when we run them little jet sweeps and run them quick tosses, or you run play action and hand it off to him, and he's stalking a linebacker, or, oh, God forbid, if they put a safety or a corner on him. It's cancel Christmas, man. It's cancel. Najee going to be running free.
Did you see where Pat Freiermuth was talking about trying to block Crosby of the Raiders last year, and he said that Crosby ragdolled him?
Yep.
Well, guess what? Ain't nobody going to ragdoll Darnell Washington.
Nope.
So it's going to be a little different this year.
Right. Red zone is going to be ugly.
Yep.
When they get inside that 20, boy, they got a lot of pieces. It's going to get ugly. For sure, for sure.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you guys. I mean, I don't think much is expected from Darnell Washington outside of blocking, being an integral part of the run game. I mean, I think if he gets 30 catches, 2 touchdowns, 275 yards, that's a great season for him for a rookie.
I think that's low, but we'll see. I think that's
it might be low. I mean, that's my expectations in the pass game.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's only one ball. That's going to be the problem.
Right, and we're going to talk about that when we get to the wide receivers.
Yeah.
So the next thing, contract situation.
Yeah.
Alex Highsmith and Peezy Jr. What are you guys hearing? What are you thinking? Does a deal get done for Highsmith before camp, during camp? Will Peezy be the camp? I mean, Shannon, what you think about this stuff, man?
Well, I kind of talked a little bit about it on the Steel Curtain on the Hangover on Monday. Highsmith is dedicated. He's good friends with Con. They already said they got everything worked out, but they're just going over the small details. I expect it to extension to get signed late the week before camp or the first week of camp. So I don't think there's anything to be concerned about there. And I think Joey Porter Jr. has the perfect guy, counsel in Joey Porter Sr.
Yeah.
And he will tell him holding out or doing a sit-in at camp, whatever, is not the way, because he needs all the reps he can get, because he has to be a factor this year.
Yeah.
So I think that'll even get taken care of before camp. But if not, his daddy's going to tell him, listen, the Roonies will take care of you, but you don't do that, when they're counting on you to be a factor this year. So I think there's really neither one of these situations, I think they're a non-issue.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you think, Big G, about the situations?
Well, man, first of all, before I comment, man, I got to tell you, that live chat over there is lit up, Tate and Shannon.
Yep,
it's lit up over there, man. They putting all kind of good comments in over there. So we appreciate you guys following us on the live chat for sure.
Definitely. Tell me a comment to pull up real quick. Who are you looking at?
Put the last one that they just put up about Thomas Riley, where they said Muth, Gentry, Washington, and Cameron Hayward, man. I mean, that's what you're talking about, the tight end depth that we have in that room. Where Hayward's probably going to play fullback. So right there tells you how much depth we got going on. And depth at tight end position causes problems in the red zone. Ask the Baltimore Ravens. Ask the old school New England Patriots when they had two dog tight ends and Gronk and Gonzalez. What two dog tight ends do in the red zone. It causes a whole lot of problems, right? So that's the first thing. So I love the comments. I love the stuff we see, and you guys, thank you.
Yep.
As far as the contract situation is concerned, Shannon, you're absolutely right. Highsmith, they're just trying to work out the little details, trying to get the little things fine-tuned. There's actually no rush to get it signed. Mm-hmm. Let's just get him signed right when he gets there on day one. I've heard some stuff about Joey Porter Jr., though, and this is the issue. Joey Porter Jr. feels like he should be compensated like a first-round draft pick, even though he was the first pick of the second round. So they're fighting over what's really apples and oranges. It's like, okay, it's all fruit and it's all good, but feeling like you should get paid first round, I don't know. So, but you're absolutely right with that comment too, by saying that he's got the best counsel in the world in his father. Mm-hmm. And his father's going to have him believe in, look, son, the Rooney family for sure, and the Pittsburgh Steelers organization is going to take care of you. You want to be there day one, lock down your position as a starting rookie corner. So that's what he's going to do. And if I had to give a percentage, 85%, he'll be there day one of opening camp. He'll have the contract signed.
My bad, guys. I was looking at these comments and trying to get things set up.
Yes.
So we have no worries about Highsmith or Porter, neither one of them.
No.
Both going to be out there ready to play September 10th against the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Kevin,
yes,
one
sir.
more quick comment.
Sure.
We got to realize that the Steelers did something this year they've never done before. They give Keanu Benton some guaranteed in his third year of his contract.
Yes.
So they've never done that. Well, Joey Porter Jr. was the first pick of the second round.
Yep.
So he's trying to work something, so I figure that's holding it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Front-end compensation. He wants front-end compensation versus
the
the guaranteed thing that Keanu Benton had.
Yep.
Definitely. Yep.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that situation, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
So the next little bit of news we got to talk about, your boy, the guy that holds up the back end, that's been all pro 3 out the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So many interceptions.
Yeah.
Via New Jersey, not Kenny Pickett. And Alabama. Who I'm talking about, guys?
Minka.
Fitzpatrick.
Minka. Yeah.
So, was it Sports Illustrated? Or was it Jeremy Fowler from
I think
ESPN?
I think it was Jeremy Fowler, tell you.
It was Jeremy Fowler, ESPN.
Yeah.
Took a survey of coaches, GMs, and scouts. And our boy Minkah was rated number 1 safety in the league. Just beating out Derwin James and a couple other guys. Simmons for Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
I don't know. They listed the top 5, but who cares? Minkah's number 1.
Exactly.
What do you guys think about that one?
Hey, It ain't close.
Ooh.
It ain't even close. You know, Minka Fitzpatrick is a great ball hawk.
Mm-hmm.
He's instinctual. He's tough, and he's versatile. But the 1 year he didn't make All-Pro, he impressed me more than he has at any point in his career.
Because of his tackling.
Yes, because they had no defensive line. They could not stop the run. And here he is, they're wasting his talent as a ball hawk by having him come down and play like a freaking box safety.
Yeah.
But he did it.
Yeah.
And he didn't complain. He didn't, you didn't see him jump up, get frustrated because the defensive line's getting blown off the ball and not holding their responsibilities. He just went out there and worked hard. And that impressed me, buddy. To me, he should have been All-Pro all 3 years.
Yeah.
And he is easily the best safety in football.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I like that. And I disagree. I don't disagree. I think he's probably the best ball hawking safety since Ed Reed was in his prime.
Yeah. Say, facts. That's fact, man.
That's one of the best signs you ever had, man.
Facts. Facts, man. But the issue with Minkah, and I think we're going to see a little bit different Minkah this year than we've seen in a long time. I think the Minkah we're going to see because of adding Neal as a safety, by having two ball hawk corners that can play man press a lot more than what we've normally done with Patrick P, with Joey P, and then you could bring a nickel corner in like Trice, and all three of those guys can press. You talking about Minkah running around.
And you got a great zone corner in Levi Wallace.
Yeah. So I'm not saying he's gonna be my favorite guy. I'm not saying he's gonna be Palamouliish. But I think there's gonna be some flashes in the pan. Palamouliish. There's gonna be some flashes in the pan where you're gonna be like, where in the heck is he lined up and what is he doing?
Hey, listen, guys, we got to remember last year he did something he had never done before. Yeah. He was about getting in fights all the time. He was playing right on that edge and wiping guys out. Remember that hit he laid on the Bengals, the guy in the end zone? And they threw a flag, and it was a clean hit.
Yeah.
But he separated him from ball.
Yeah.
And that physicality is something that Fitzpatrick was actually able to show. Yeah. And he developed it the year before because he was having to make all the tackles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd argue that Minkah, that game you're talking about, Minkah and TJ single-handedly won that game, the first opening game against the Bengals.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt. TJ and Minkah's play was unbelievable.
Right.
But like I said, he's going to cause problems.
Minkah got a pick six and a block kick. TJ had like 3 sacks and an interception. It was crazy.
Yeah. Minkah's going to show a lot more. Like I said, that I ain't saying he's Palamouliish, but he's going to have some Palamouliish type stuff going on where you're going to be like, man, I knew he was good, but oh my goodness, he's really the truth, man.
Yep.
Right. He's gonna be like, is it Southwest Airlines, free to roam the skies?
Free to roam the skies, baby.
Yeah.
Sideline to sideline.
I mean, they go ahead and put Keanu Neal in the box, put KZ back in single high.
Yep.
And let Minkah just come down in the middle, whether it's a nickel corner, where some type of middle linebacker. The quarter, Kenny Pickett already said he confused me in practice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I heard Minkah pull the Palamouliish in practice when the little pre-thing. And I heard one time, a matter of fact, I know that Troy lined up with his back turned to Roethlisberger in a practice. He didn't even look at him. He just had his back turned because he knew where it was going, right? And I heard Minkah pull one of those in practice, like, I don't even need to see the quarterback. I know where it's going. And so, like that, when you can do stuff like that, you're special, So that's why I think that you're going to see him, because the thing about playing safety is you have to have the confidence that your corners are not going to get killed, right? And so you could just take risk, take chances, and that's what made Troy really what it was. He'd take risk. You'd be like, man, what is he doing? There's documentation out there to show that Troy was supposed to do ABC and on this play, but he trusted what was going on with Ike Taylor and the rest of the guys. He was like, man, I'm going to go get that ball, bro. Forget what they called on the sideline. I'm going to get that ball. So I think Minkah's going to do some of that same stuff, man. You're going to see this year, man.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I agree with you. And just the fact that you got Pat P, you got Joey Porter Jr., you got Corey Trice if he gets any clock, and Levi Wallace. Those guys, that's going to give the safeties a little bit of comfort that the jam at the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
The press man at the line of scrimmage is going to throw everything off a little bit, allow them just an extra second to roam and disrupt some things on the back end.
Yep. All you need is 1001. All you need is an extra 1001. Or extra 1,000.
Extra 1,001. I thought you said all you need is 1,001.
Yeah, all you need is
I was about to pump your brakes again, Big G.
No, you just need that extra 1,001. So instead of the 1,001, 1,002, or 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, and then they got an opportunity, if it's 1,002 and somebody's in the quarterback face, problems is going to get caused. So that's why I say you're going to see a little different scheme maybe this year. Let's just say that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. In other fun Steeler news, and after we talk about this real quick, we're gonna take a quick break. TJ and his big bro, not the Sco Bros, not Dave and Big Bro Sco. TJ and Big Bro JJ.
Yeah.
Gonna be on that cereal box, man. You remember that cereal box, the cereal champions?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember Bruce Jenner.
Yeah. I'm old enough to remember Bruce Jenner too, Shannon.
Yep,
So obviously, so is Big G, even though he want to act like he's young.
I remember. I tell you, I hated the Wheaties box when Emmitt Smith was on there and my brother was talking mess to me about it. I hated that Wheaties box, but I pretty much remember all of them. You know, all the Wheaties boxes. Yeah.
You remember Chris Spillman?
Yep.
Yep.
Massillon's great. Chris Spillman.
We played against Chris Spillman in high school.
Yeah, well, I actually played in a charity basketball game. Yeah, I actually played in a charity basketball game that they had in the gym amongst my high school seniors team. We played against Benny Blades, Chris Spillman, William White, and Barry Sanders in our gym. Tate, remember that? Your junior year, my senior year?
That's what I was talking about. I was talking about the flag football game at the pep rally.
Yeah. But we played a little basketball game, pick up 4-on-4. Spillman scored on me, man. I was salty because he's a short guy. He's a short guy, man. So
he was a heck of a football player.
Oh, yes, he was. Great.
Good guy, too. Good dude.
Yeah.
Big G.
Yeah.
So that leads us into a question for you real quick. I can't resist. Hear your bias.
Yep.
Spillman, the best all-time linebacker from Ohio State?
Yeah. He number one. I go him number one and Ryan Shazier number two. Ryan Shazier was a beast.
We know that. It's
he was a beast. But Spillman was a little different. And Andy Casimore was a beast too. I ain't forgot about you, Andy Katz. And AJ Hawk, you was a dog too.
Yeah, they didn't do nothing in the league though, so they not on my list.
But Spillman was a dog.
You're not old enough to remember Marcus Merrick.
No, I'm not old enough to remember him. I'm not old enough.
What about no, he played for the Browns. Chip somebody.
Chip Banks.
Chip Banks. Remember him, Shannon?
Yeah, I remember Banks.
Yeah, played for the Browns. Probably played with old Clay Matthews.
Yeah.
But so Shannon, you got any thoughts about the Wheatie box?
Just the timing of it seems a little weird with JJ retired now. But I mean, I think it's interesting, and it gives our guy TJ some more pub because he's been disrespected a lot this year. This offseason, everybody's forgotten. They don't realize he showed toughness to come back and play at 80% because he knew how valuable he was to the team.
Yeah.
And most guys would have sat out the rest of the year. They wouldn't have risked it. So I think it's disrespectful that they have him like at number 5 and the best edge rusher and stuff. But he's going to remind some people. Yeah. You can guarantee that. He's going to remind some people this year.
Hey, so Shannon and Tate, I got one thing, man. I think that the door is just still open a little bit for JJ to do something. I think JJ still wants to play. I just don't think that his body can take the preseason grind, right? But if there's an injury or something that happens or something that's just untimely, I know he took a job working with the press, and I know all of that stuff, man. But, man, could you imagine just getting him in the black and yellow just for a hot second? And we have the Watt boys line up on defense, man. I probably would start crying. To be honest, I would get so emotional. I'd be like, oh, my God.
Did you see how happy his wife was when they bought that soccer franchise, and that he's retired, and, you know, that he can finally be part of the family more and everything. And once he made that official, I don't think he's going to pull Tom Brady. Tom Brady, he come back and it cost him his marriage. I don't think JJ's going to do that.
I don't know, man.
I don't think his wife would like that idea.
I understand, but, man, there's something about the call of the football.
I don't know. I understand what both of you are saying, but I understand what Big-G is saying, because you get one chance to play with your brothers and chase that bowl, because potentially that's what we're talking about.
But Derek's gone.
Oh, yeah, Derek is gone.
Yeah, but to play with TJ, man. Oh.
Hey, speaking of wives, Big-G, Shannon talked to mine today. She told Shannon what a great guy I am.
That's a good thing.
She did.
That's a good thing.
And I bragged on him some too.
That's a good thing.
I was being sarcastic, but thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's a good
thing. Hey,
thing.
man, it's a perfect place to go ahead and stop for just a little bit to go and pay some bills real quick. If you're watching on YouTube right now, just stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds. And we're back on the Curtain Call podcast, the Wednesday night podcast, hanging out with the homies. What is it, Big-G? Triple?
The triple OG, triple OG. Shannon White.
Yeah, you're not saying the same thing every time.
Yeah, got to mix it up.
that with Shannon White in front of it. I mean, that in front of Shannon White.
Yeah.
And we got from the homies podcast, the homie Big-G.
What's cracking, y'all? What's going on?
Oh, I guess I got to say now, the homies podcast and the Pump Your Brakes podcast.
Oh, yeah. Pump Your Brakes podcast, Tuesday mornings, 5 a.m. on the Fans First Sports Network, Steel Curtain Network, audio side, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Check out the Pump Your Brakes. We got it going on over there, y'all.
Yeah,
you guys on the Pump Your Brakes, you're all fired. Y'all can wake up some people in the morning. So I highly recommend that. It's like having a double shot of caffeine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you might be right. We did our first show this Saturday. It was kind of fun. We got some stuff we can clean up and tighten up, but we'll do that just with repetition.
Yeah.
But gentlemen, moving on with the curtain call. Next up, I want to talk about the Steelers wide receiver room. Crowded, man.
Yeah.
It's crowded. But so the question was in our notes, does Deontay Johnson bounce back? Does George Pickens break out? And can Allen Robinson be the leading receiver?
Ooh.
And that's not even talking about Calvin Austin III.
Yeah.
So, Shannon, I go to you first, man. What you think about this room, man?
To me, it's still a big question mark. Because, one, it's not all their fault. Can Matt Canada use them efficiently? Now, we know we got Glenn Thomas, and he's going to come in, and hopefully he will help in that regard. But they have to be able to scheme these guys open. Deontay Johnson has to show they have to get him the ball where he can run without, he's scared of taking a big lick right when he catches the ball because he's small. So if they can get him the ball in space, then he has to show the toughness and elusiveness to do more with it this year. Yeah. Yards after catch.
Yeah.
George Pickens has to show that he has worked hard and he has a full route tree now. He's cleaned his footwork up. He gives a consistent effort on every route. Some routes you can tell the ball, he's not primary target and he's going half speed. That's, Randy Moss got away with that at a point. and then he grew out of it. But George Pickens has got to give a consistent effort. Yeah. Allen Robinson, I just want to see be that security blanket, that guy, that reliable target that Pickett can rely on. That's vital to any young receiver. I mean, any young quarterback, to have that kind of veteran receiver. And then we need the other guys to actually bring something to the table, especially Calvin Austin III. Yeah. Because he's the only guy on the roster that has splash play, game-changing speed that he could take it to the house on any play.
Yeah.
And if he gets the step, he's gone.
Yeah.
And the Steelers haven't had that since Mike Wallace. So there's still so many questions. That's why when we rated the receivers, I had the Steelers down in the third or fourth spot in the division because they have so many unanswered questions.
Yeah. Agreed.
So Big G, what's your take on the receiver room? Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Who leads the team in receptions and in yards and in touchdowns?
Receptions will probably be Deontay Johnson. Yards might be Pickens. Touchdowns is going to be a tie between Deontay Johnson and Pickens as far as the wide receivers is concerned. But I think that first of all, this is an abundance of wealth, to be honest. And it's actually abundance of good wealth. It's not like, well, this guy's not that good, that guy's not that good. They're all pretty good. They're all good enough to make Pro Bowl. They're all of them good. Austin, we don't know yet. He's still young. But you're talking about a kid that runs a 4.3 40 that can take the top off of a defense every single time. You put him in a slot, make him run a go route A. If they don't drop one, it's adios muchachos to the house. So just throw it on out there. So, but the issue is going to be, some of it, Shannon and I agree about the problems with Canada, but I'm more thinking that this is on Kenny Pickett, because regardless of what, let me explain something. I played Division I college football, right? I know what the OCs call and what they draw up and all whatever else. But you know how many times I done heard head coaches and OCs and all them other guys talking about, no, yes, because the quarterback and the wide receiver or the running back, they trusted their instinct. They saw something, they knew what time it was, and you pushed the gas. That's where I'm going to know that Pickett has matured, because Canada could call what he wants. Pickett could go up to that line, and just like y'all used to hear Peyton Manning talking about Omaha, because he's trusting his eyes. He sees something where you might have called it on the sideline, but I'm switching this play up. So when you have the abundance amount of weapons that the Steelers have, and they can just get the ball to anybody. I mean, we ain't even talked about Freiermuth or Gentry or Darnell Washington or Hayward or Warren out the backfield or Najee out the backfield. Pickett's got the best of all worlds. He's got to trust his eyes. Now, Canada can do some stuff and draw up schemes, but I'm telling you, they're not really that. Believe me, I'm telling you, I know. I never played pro, but I know what it is at a higher level. It's sort of on them, but it's on that quarterback to trust his eyes.
Well, let me ask you this, Big G. Yeah. Are you saying that the fact that Deontay Johnson had 0 touchdowns, even though he was top 5 in targets, that he had 0 touchdowns, that's not on Matt Canada, that's more on Kenny Pickett?
Well, it's not on so much on Matt Canada, because Pickett was a rookie, right? So when you're a rookie, see, people got to understand when you go. So I played high school, then I went to junior college, then I went to college, right? And what happens is the speed of the game jumps. It's not your ability and all whatever else. It's just how fast those guys react, because you're going with the best of the best and the best with the best and the best of the best, right? So Pickett, I don't know if he necessarily trusted his eyes right at the very beginning, but I do know what them last 6 or 7 games look like. And I started seeing it, and I actually saw it. I was like, wait a minute. He trusts what he sees, because he was throwing balls on seam routes, on outside routes, and I was like, wait a minute. Only guys that have all-pro talent do some of the things that he do.
But did you see the chart that came out earlier in the week where they showed the quarterback who made the most high quality throws into tight coverage, and what they said threw the receiver open.
Yeah.
What that really says, Kenny Pickett was number one.
Yes.
What that's really saying is Steelers receivers are not getting separation.
Yes.
Now, Deontay Johnson has great credit, and a reputation. He gets 5 yard separation right off the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
But because he doesn't have high-end speed and he doesn't like to run crossers and routes where his ability would allow him to continue to gain separation, he loses that 5 yards quickly.
Yes.
So as that play develops, he loses that. And Kenny Pickett was having to make perfect throws, or Trubisky, whoever was in there, for it to be successful. So I think it's a little bit of all three. Yeah. I think it was Kenny Pickett's youth. I think it was the receivers not getting separation. And I think it's Matt Canada not being able to scheme guys open. Now, we know that Matt Canada can scheme tight ends and H-backs open. Go back and watch his production at Pitt. When they played teams that were a lot better and more talented than them, he was able to scheme them guys open. I think he'll do the same with this tight end room, which I think is the best tight end room in football right now.
Without a doubt. It's number one.
And then them running backs they got, I think he'll be able to do that, but he struggles with the wideouts.
Yeah. But like I said, once again, maybe that's why Allen Robinson and the fellas was hiding in Kenny Pickett's luggage when he went to go get married. Because sometimes, man, you can get, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't have to, I remember Roethlisberger just giving Antonio Brown a look. I remember one time he gave him a little flick, and he knew what time it was. He was like, oh, he's coming to me. So that's the thing where, like I said, Canada can call the play, but if we got something worked out where we know this is what we're going to see, if they're spending time in the film room, on the practice field, getting reps in, doing all the stuff that they know they can do, I ain't so much worried about Canada than I am, and I'm not worried about Pickett trusting his eyes. I just know that it makes it more and more dangerous. And the issue with the Steelers is the more dangerous the pass game becomes, the more deadlier the running game becomes. Because the running game might have to carry us off the back. But if you got to play, because we're in 12 or 11 personnel and you got to play single high, or you, oh my God, go cover 2 and you got 6 in the box, and all Najee's got to do is beat one guy? Come on, dog. Come on,
one
man.
thing that concerns me is you was talking about that look that AB, that Mia could give AB.
Yeah.
That was 5 or 6 years into their connection.
Yep.
Into their career together.
Yep.
Well, right now, Deontay Johnson ain't going to be around that long with Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Allen Robinson ain't going to be around that long. So he needs to develop that rapport with somebody who is, say, Pickens, say a Freiermuth. Like you said, that is the connection that transcends the play call.
Yeah. I agree. But like I said, they still got to have that chemistry.
Yep.
So the chemistry is what makes it work,
Okay, gentlemen. You guys chopped it up for a bit about that. That wide receiver room is something to talk about, though, because there's a lot going on in there.
Yeah.
But just real quick, we're gonna jump off Steeler topic real quick, and then we're gonna jump back on to close out. This one is just, it's that time of year, not a whole bunch of football content and football things going on. We talked about the Jets being on Hard Knocks. We threw that in there. So now I'm gonna throw this in there. I want you guys' opinion. The best all-time NFL uniforms.
Any era, any time, anywhere?
Yeah.
Shannon, you go first. Go ahead.
I said, you don't have to ask me. Now, if you want 5, number 1's Pittsburgh. That's why I fell in love with them. Yeah. One of the first things is it was on a black and white TV, and I'm like, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So and it's been pretty consistent. Teams have had all these others, and I like the Bumblebees. I like the block letters. But pretty much the Steelers uniform and helmet's been the same.
Yeah.
And so I love the Steelers. I like the black. So I like the Atlanta Falcons. I vote they have some really nice uniforms.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm trying to think who else.
You picked Atlanta Falcons for all time uniform?
They've had something I really like. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember back when they had Steve Barkowski and them guys, and the red and the black Falcon.
Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Black was tough.
Yeah. Okay, so if I go 5 real fast, I'll go Pittsburgh Steelers number 1. I would go San Francisco 49ers number 2. I would go Miami Dolphins number 3. I would go Seattle Seahawks number 4. And I hate to say this last one, but the uniforms go hard in the paint. The Baltimore Ravens, man. Their the Ravens uniforms go hard, man.
You guys picked all different than me.
Yeah.
But the Seahawks look like a freaking highlighter.
Not this year, man. They're going back to some of them throwbacks, so they're gonna be looking good out there.
You know what mine are?
I'm listening. Them ugly orsicles, Tate. Yeah.
Classic.
Tate, they horrible looking. Look at Doug Williams, man. He look all dreamy and icicly. He looks soft as butter out there, man, trying to play football, man. Get them out of here, man.
The Houston Oilers.
No.
The powder blue Chargers.
Now the Chargers, yeah, maybe. And never, ever, 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 ever will I cheer for anything going on with the evil empire and Bill Belichick. Never.
It wasn't even the evil empire back then, man. It was just my picks. I like the fact that the Steelers, they're up there. The traditional teams that don't change much. The Steelers, the Packers, the Raiders, the Cowboys, the 49ers.
Oh, I forgot the Raiders. I did like old school.
I hate the Raiders too, man. I hate the Raiders too. I got bias. I got a lot of issues. I got a lot of issues with bias, man. I hate the Raiders, man. I hate the Raiders. I hate the New England Patriots, and I definitely hate the Dallas Cowboys. Here's all the bad things in the world happen to those 3 teams. And only
the Cowboys are bottom 5.
Yeah. Can't stand them.
Hey, Big G, you making me think about the other day on the Pump Your Brakes, man. I made a great argument for something, and it had to do because of something. I said something about the Pirates.
Yeah.
And you was like, you pump my brakes, you stop me because you like the Phillies. Everything I said made sense.
No.
It did.
No. It's man, you know how we do. It's bias all day, every day, man. And my bias starts and ends with the Steelers. Always, all day, every day.
But no, you went against me because you like the Phillies, though.
I did. Phillies like my second or third best team, but because I'm a Phillies fan. But it is what it is.
Well, guys, so we're gonna wrap up in a few minutes here, but I asked you guys to pick 3 of your all-time, I call it second tier, but let's call them unsung Pittsburgh Steelers. The qualification was no Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Can't be like great players from great Super Bowl teams. Just glue guys you like. And Shannon, you told me this one earlier. I'm going to put your first one up, then you can tell me 2 more, all right?
All right.
Oh, good pick, Shannon. Toledo, Ohio's own Nate Washington. Yep. Yeah.
I was telling Tate, had a buddy of mine said he seen a guy in high school and in Tiffin College winning a slam dunk competition against guys that went on to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
And I said, well, why are you telling me about it? He said, because the Steelers signed him as an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
And Nate Washington was not only a great athlete, but he was a great dude. So he was always the guy that I thought was incredibly underrated.
Yeah.
And he made some huge plays on them Super Bowl year.
Yeah.
So, another guy is Carlton Hasselrigg.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember him.
Offensive lineman.
Yeah, he was an All-American, one of the greatest college wrestlers ever. And they give him an invite. And one year, his All-Pro year, his career was short. But his All-Pro year, he mauled guys. Yeah. He dominated whoever was lined up across from him. And he was widely considered for that one year the best guard in football.
Yeah.
And, I love to see a guy come out of nowhere like that. And it just showed that, he didn't have to play all that football all through the organized football all through college. When you're that special an athlete, the guy just loved the trenches. So he's another one. And then probably, I know he was like a one-hit wonder, but watching Barry Foster, was just like he was like a bowling ball with legs.
Oh my
It
God.
kind of reminded me of Jalen Warren. And I think Warren would have done really good in that offense in 93 and 94, like Barry Foster did. But, those three guys, they're not going to be in the Hall of Honor. But they're guys that I really enjoyed watching and meant a lot to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Great picks, man. You said Nate Washington, Carlton Hasselrig, and Barry Foster.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, those are heck of a list, man. All better than solid players.
Yeah. And none of them will probably ever make the Hall of Fame. None of them.
Right.
Yeah, never. And that's the criteria. Nobody makes the Hall of Fame.
All
I
right,
was
Big
kind of
G.
shooting for more one-year wonder types.
Yeah.
Big G, you up next, man. Your first one you told me about. Pick two more. You talk about this guy right here.
Lawrence Timmons, man.
Yeah.
From 2007 to 2016, man. In 2010, Lawrence Timmons probably had a season for the ages and could have easily won the Defensive Player of the Year for the Steelers, even though Troy Polamalu is my favorite guy. He had an outstanding season. He led our defense all the way to the 2010 Super Bowl. We didn't win. We didn't cash it against the Packers. But Lawrence Timmons was that guy. He was a constant pro.
Why didn't we win?
Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started, man. Do you want me to tell the truth or you want me to just
I just want you to know just one reason. Be quick with it. You don't got to get all into it.
Ben was tripping. That's all I'm going to say. He was tripping.
Oh, I was going to put on Mendenhall, but go ahead.
No, Ben was tripping. Mendenhall was tripping too. But Lawrence Timmons, man, is like, he's up there, man. Like I said, a consummate starter out of Florida State University, beast mode linebacker, man, for the Steelers, man. My second guy, who will probably never make the Hall of Fame, but if you're a Steeler fan, even if you've been a Steeler fan the last 20, 25 years, you got to know who this guy is. Casey Hampton. Casey Hampton was a monster. Casey Hampton defined 3 technique nose tackles in the NFL. You know, this guy could drop in coverage. I seen him do it. I seen him get a pick 6 dropping in coverage. But when I'm saying you had to put 2 offensive linemen on him every single time, you had to put 2 because he was going to cause problems.
Hey, Kevin, can he actually say Casey Hampton? Casey Hampton is arguably the greatest nose tackle in NFL history.
But he won't get in the Hall of Fame.
Well, he may not. He might get in as a veteran addition later. But you're talking about a guy who's incredibly accomplished.
I know, man, but he ain't gonna see the Hall. Yeah, he ain't gonna see the Hall, man.
For the rules of the exercise, he's okay. So even though it's low hanging fruit, Shannon.
Now my last one, I'm gonna go back in time a little bit. L.C. Greenwood for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
He's not, and he's probably not going to get in. He's probably not going to get in. He's came up over and over and over again, and they've never put him in. L.C. Greenwood was part. So for the young Steeler fans that's out there and follow us over in the live chat, that was one of our dogs of the Steel Curtain defense.
Oh yeah.
He was. I mean, people know about Jack Lambert, Mijo Green, Donnie Snell, they know.
Yeah.
But when I'm telling you L.C. Greenwood, and what a lot of folks don't know about L.C. Greenwood is this. He was a 10th round draft pick. He wasn't supposed to make the Steelers roster. There was an injury that happened and occurred. The dude stepped into it, and the rest is history, bro.
Yeah.
He came out of an HBCU, 10th round draft pick, walked into Pittsburgh, and became a legend at linebacker, man. I can't even, just to be honest, I can't think about Jack Lambert without thinking about L.C. Greenwood. It doesn't, not having, you got to have one with the other. When you start talking about the Steel Curtain defense, yeah.
Hey, guys, there's a name that we need to recognize.
Touch.
Yep. Touch Elkin. I mean,
yeah.
For what he meant to the team and then to the city and to the Steeler organization as an announcer.
Yeah.
It's just a great quality human being. I'm glad that somebody brought him up because he deserves recognition.
Yeah. That's my 3. I mean, there's some other ones, but I touched Lawrence Timmons, Casey Hampton, and L.C. Greenwood.
Talk about low hanging fruit.
That ain't low hanging fruit. They ain't going to the Hall, bro. They all-time
But
Steeler
man,
greats, but
they LC Greenwood and Casey Hampton. Well, LC Green was all decade.
he ain't going to the Hall. I don't care how you cut it. He ain't getting it. And it's a shame. It's a shame. He should be in. Matter of fact, I feel that at least from the steel curtain defense, probably at least 10 out of the 11 should be in the Hall of Fame. But that's just me. And once again, I'm going back to that old Big-G bias. You know how I do. I think 10 out of 11.
Be proud of it. Be proud of it.
Be proud of his bias?
Yes. I'm biased when it comes to the Steelers, but I'm honest.
Yeah. Yeah. LC ain't it?
LC should be in the Hall of Fame.
It's a crime, and he probably ain't going to get in.
10 out of 11.
Yeah.
Oh, pump your brakes, Big G. We're gonna pick this up on Tuesday. So do your homework and come prepared to plead your case.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, so mine, man, I'm gonna show you how to do this exercise, Big G, and not just grab the apples and the pears right there hanging in your face. This how you climb the tree, man. My first player.
But he should be in the Hall of Fame too, Mr. Low-Hanging Fruit. What is you talking about?
Darnell Lake in the Hall of Fame?
Heck yeah, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
How many Pro Bowls did he make?
Man, Darnell Lake was one of the best safeties in the NFL from 89 to 98. He was top 2 or 3 safety every dang on year. Come on,
and he made Pro Bowl as a cornerback.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog.
He made five Pro Bowls.
Yeah. Once as a cornerback.
Yes.
He made the 1990s All-Decade team.
Tate.
That's a little low-hanging fruit too there, Kevin.
Hey, man, I'm about to get him. Shannon, right, you can go kick rocks, man. You can go kick rocks because if you talk about Lawrence Timmons, Casey Hampton, and LC Greenwood, and you pick Darnell Lake, come on, man. Kick rocks.
Darnell Lake, man.
I give you Carlton Hasselry, and y'all picking these all-time great Steelers.
Hold on. I got 2 more, man. My second one, wide receiver, I believe out of Louisiana Tech back in 1984-ish.
I think I know you're talking about. Matter of fact, I know. Go ahead.
Name him.
Tell me. No, I ain't naming him. You name him.
Louis Lips.
Correct. That's exactly what we're talking about.
That was my guy. He was an amazing punt returner, man. He would catch everything. I mean, if he had like a quarterback better than Bubby.
Trash.
See, I'm not going to call Bubby trash. I like Bubby, man.
Trash, man.
Bubby was lovable, but he wasn't accurate.
Man, it was a step up from Trubisky.
Better between Bubby and Mitch.
Bubby, but I just said he's a step up from Trubisky's.
Oh,
Bubby was
Okay, to keep it moving, I got Louis Lips, and my third one was an outside linebacker. We I think he only played under one contract with us and he left. I liked him while he was here. That was Mike Merriweather.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
And he had that one huge season.
Yeah.
He did have a one huge season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see, all right, I got up off the low hanging fruit, Big G. So
hey, can we have an honorary? I mean, people might get mad when I say this. I want honorary, man.
Go ahead, man.
Antoine Randall L.
Yeah, I loved Antoine. Yeah.
Antoine Randall
L. My honorary is Hines Ward.
He going to the Hall. Come on, man. He going to the Hall. Tate.
Well, I'm going to pick Ben Roethlisberger then.
Come on, man. Tate, man. Come on, man.
I'm just messing with you, man. But fellas, man, it's been fun. It's been a great show.
Oh, yeah.
Big G, what you got going on, man? Let us know what's popping.
Man, thanks again, Shannon, for letting me rock out with Tateboyfresh, man, on the curtain call, man. I have such a good time on the show, man. It's great feelings, man. I just enjoy doing it. It's real fun, man. But this week, check me and Tateboyfresh out with the rest of the homies crew on Friday night, man, at 8 o'clock, where we get that AFC North talk in with the homies podcast, man. Then check us out on Sundays on the Know It Alls podcast at 6 o'clock. You can watch us on YouTube. You can check us out on Facebook. And you can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Thirdly, check me and Tateboyfresh out on Pump Your Brakes on Tuesday mornings podcast for the Steel Curtain Network, Fans First Network, as we rock out with this new show that we got. And if you think we have fun on the homies and we get a chance to have fun with Shannon and we kick it live on the Know-It-Alls, pump your brakes, we get into it, man. And it's solely about Pittsburgh Steelers for sure. So we're having fun with all those shows. And me and Tateboyfresh got a little baby project that we done build up and it's doing really good on Fan First Sports Network. It's called That Rather Cavaliers. It's us chopping about the NBA and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So if you like the Cavs and you like Cleveland, check us out on That's Rather Cavaliers on Fans First Sports Network, audio podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yeah, man. The Cavaliers are the closest NBA team to Pittsburgh, so check us out, Steelers fans.
Yeah.
What's up, Shannon? What you got going on, man? I know the website changing up on you and writing your articles is becoming a little bit more challenging and stuff like that till you guys get it all figured out, man. What else is going on?
Well, I'm just gonna have to go back to school, man, to learn what else is going on right now. But we're gonna get it all ironed out, and I, like I said, I just appreciate you guys coming on again tonight, and hopefully we can make this more of a permanent thing. And because I just have a great time, I think everybody enjoys it, and I want to do some more of these. So, but like I said, you guys, that pump your brakes, that's a shot of espresso in the morning, maybe a double shot. So everybody needs to check that out and stay tuned to see what we're doing here as well.
Yeah, man. Well, for me, I appreciate it, Shannon and Big G. Shannon, thanks for having us again, man. And when everything gets ironed out and you figure out, who your next partner is going to be, I know you guys will let us know.
Yep.
I'd just like to say before I go, Big G, it's a great time to be a fan for me, man.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the Steelers going to have a great season. Ohio State will have a great season.
Oh my God, yes.
The Cavaliers is undefeated in the Summer League right now. They're going to be looking better next year.
Shannon, I'm all grabbing books and everything, man.
Yeah.
About the season, man. For sure.
And lastly, football gets started in September, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So I'm thinking by the time October roll around, my Steelers would be probably about 4-1 at the worst. I'm thinking.
Ooh.
And then my Cincinnati Reds gonna be in the World Series, baby.
Tate, I got to get you with the last one, dog. Stop it.
I can't comment on that one,
man. Stop it. Stop it, Tate.
Hey, man. Ellie De La Cruz is the best baseball player to come. You sent me some stats on the day. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I did.
But for the guys, for Shannon, for Big G, for the Steel Curtain Network, we appreciate everybody checking us out and being in the live chat and just watching the show tonight. Be sure to check all the other Steeler broadcasts. You know what's coming up tomorrow. The preview.
Yeah.
The big OG homie preview. Homies be back tomorrow. Jeff will be with his homies Bad and Dave.
Yeah.
And then Friday, you get to look at Big G's face again, my little fella. So be sure to check us out. Everything on the audio platform. Just search Steel Curtain Network and everything will come up. And just, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, just wherever you get your audio podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for that, Shannon, you about ready to take us home, man?
We're ready.
Woo! Peace, everybody. Thanks for watching.